Hi, I'm Austin. I am a co-host of this podcast we've named it Vanilla Chill.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
get into that at a later date. Did I say my name already?
You did.
Okay, I'm Austin. And one of the things I've been doing during this quarantine is not a whole lot, to be honest. Although, I did mention the ASMR. I hope it got the bubbles. I hope it got the bubbles.
I was like, why weren't you opening that drink? You brought it over. It's just sitting here. Okay. Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm also the co-host. Yeah? Okay. Also the co-host of Vanilla Chill. And I feel like I've been baking a lot during quarantine.
Yes, a lot of delicious creations.
Like cinnamon buns and pumpkin pies and lemon pies and cookies, bread. Oh, that bread we made though.
That bread was glorious. That garlic, but
Yeah.
that was beautiful. Okay. So how this is gonna work, I think, give or take, is we're each just gonna come with topics and we're gonna discuss them. So, without further ado, I don't know why I'm leaning in. It's fine. Okay. Spider-Man. We all love Spider-Man. Who doesn't love Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Honestly.
My dad has Spider-Man comics from when he was a kid in the 70s. Tons of them.
Hell yeah. No,
Yeah.
Spider-Man is awesome and has been for a long time. So, on Twitter, currently, there's a debate going on about, the ranking of the Spider-Man movies. And I was just kind of interested to see or hear your take. And I can give you mine.
Well, I love Spider-Man, but I think the only Spider-Man movies, Google this, if I'm correct, started in, I think it was 2002 with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to be accurate.
Honey, we're always going to be accurate. There's just, this is what I'm going to do. So I would say out of those... Oh, and then there's that animated one with Childish Gambino, not Childish Gambino, but Donald Glover voices.
No, we're not talking that. Just
okay.
movie. Just
the blockbusters.
Yeah.
That ages me a little bit.
We're 47 years old.
Well, I would say the Andrew Garfield one, the first one, The Amazing Spider-Man. With Emma Stone.
That's your top?
As Gwen Stacy, yeah. Because in the original comics, it was Gwen Stacy first, not Mary Jane. Facts. And...
I'm not concerned with facts.
Facts. And then I would say the Tobey Maguire one, the first one, just out of pure nostalgia, because I was 7 or 8 when that film came out.
Fair.
And I had an older brother, so... It was something that we would go and see or watch on a Saturday night or something. So that one out of nostalgia's sake. And I do love Kirsten Dunst, so she did a good job. And then I would actually say the Tom Holland one. I really liked it. I remember going and seeing it in theaters and totally not having a problem with it. It was just, It was really well done. And then the Andrew Garfield sequel. Then the Tom Holland sequel, and then all the rest of the Tobey Maguire ones would be but last. Because they just got cheesier and just worse with age. That was not a series that got better.
Here's where we disagree. And here's where you're wrong. And it's okay. You're allowed to be wrong. However, in terms of Spider-Man, The top three. I'm only going to do the top three because that's the only three that need to be done. The other ones don't matter. They just don't matter. So we got the first one with Tobey Maguire. And the second one with Tobey Maguire. And then the third, you could call it a trilogy. Tobey Maguire. He is Spider-Man. When I think Spider-Man, I think Tobey Maguire.
So wrong. Why you're such a hard out for Tobey Maguire?
Because he is Spider-Man. He is Spider-Man.
He's not Spider-Man. He is Spider-Man and he's not. See, this is what comes up when you look at Spider-Man in film. I will give you this. It does them chronologically, so Tobey Maguire's pictures first.
Because he's the best.
Then he was the first.
No, he was the
Being
best.
the first
no,
doesn't mean
he was the best. Number one.
All right. Okay. I'm just pulling up some facts here.
No, you don't.
Because
you
don't
didn't hear
have
what
any,
I said about facts.
No, but you don't have any argument
They're,
here.
the movies are the
just,
argument.
You're
I don't
just
need to make the argument.
You're just basing it on
I don't
feelings.
need to make
and
the
as Marie
argument.
Hart once said, feelings aren't facts.
I don't need to make the argument.
Oh,
The movies are the argument.
let me get you your facts real quick because clearly you're.
Oh, I'll pull up some facts. We're talking facts?
We're talking facts.
We're
okay?
talking facts.
Yeah, so Spider-Man 2002, I was right. And then Spider-Man 2 in 2004 and Spider-Man 3 in 2007, all starring Tobey Maguire.
Are the peak Spider-Man and nothing else matters.
Okay, then with Andrew Garfield in 2012 and 2014, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. And then, yeah, and then Tom Holland has been Spider-Man since then. So there.
But Tobey Maguire.
And Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies have earned the most money. Ooh, that's interesting. I guess it's because he was
the
part
newest.
of. Yeah, because he was the only one who was really part of the whole Avengers universe. Because he was in was it Civil War? I think that was the only one I didn't see.
Yes.
The Captain America one.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like he did a really good job. I love me some Zendaya, which will bring me to my next point. Beautiful. I love Zendaya.
So in conclusion, sorry, just to confirm, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans are the best Spider-Mans, and it's not even close. It's not even it's not even conversation. All right, continue.
I don't think if you're not willing to listen to the argument, we're talking about like the essence, the truest, because we have to remember that Spider-Man is actually a comic book character first. So we want to do the purest like film that represents the comic book, we would have to go with Andrew Garfield. And I know a lot of people would disagree with me, but I don't care because I think I'm right.
Can I show you some cold hard stats?
If you want to give me cold hard stats, I'll listen to facts. I will listen to facts.
You want to listen to some facts?
Yes.
So we're talking North America box office.
Okay.
Spider-Man, 2002, Tobey Maguire. 403 million.
Damn.
Spider-Man 2, 373 million. Also Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, the third one,
So bad.
336 million.
Yeah, because people were literally...
336 million. Let me just... Okay, so confirming that number. The Amazing Spider-Man, 2012, 262. Huh. Not even 300. Then Amazing Spider-Man 2, 202. Barely 200 million. Spider-Man Homecoming, which I believe is Tom Holland.
I think so.
Because it's 2017. 334. 2 million less than the third original Spider-Man, which everyone's like, oh, it's the worst one. Well,
People literally went to see that movie because it was so terrible. It's like the people who went to see Cats just to see if it was really that bad.
Cats didn't make $336 million.
No, but I'm just saying, people do go to see movies to laugh at how terrible they are.
Money's money. And then Spider-Man Far From Home came out in 2019, which I would say benefited from a Marvel boost. Hit 390. So.
No, not as much as the original. See, and that's why I put it as my number 2. Because you can't deny...
It was so
like,
good.
how popular that movie was. Like, it was
huge.
It was a big deal. And it was the first, like... Oh... It was like, because they did the Hulk shortly after that. Like, Marvel tried to do it a little bit ahead of time. And the only one that really held up was X-Men.
True.
But they redid it all. It started in 2008 with Iron Man. I don't, like, anybody who knows the Marvel series would know that. They, like, went back to the drawing board, figured it out, and came back. We're like, we're just redoing it all. It didn't happen. It's fine. But you can't deny that first Spider-Man. Because everybody loves Spider-Man.
But it was Iron Man that kicked off, I believe.
Yeah.
It was Iron Man that kicked off.
You could call it
and
the golden 2008
age. Iron Man? That's so good.
Awesome.
Like, such a good way to start.
I love Robert Downey Jr. so much. Oh my god.
He did do Doolittle, but anyway, okay. So you said that you had some news.
Oh yeah, so Zendaya, Queen, also shout out.
Who?
But while we were, oh my god, do you not know who Zendaya is?
I didn't say that.
Okay, well the look on your face right now.
But in case some people don't know who that is.
There
just
we
in
go.
case.
Backpedaling.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So Zendaya was, she was on a Disney show, and then she was like queen of everything style-wise, like, excuse me, on the red carpet, just iconic. And then she was Mary Jane in the Tom Holland Spider-Man, and she did a musical with Zac Efron, like, she's a queen. And now she has this series on, I want to say HBO. It's called Euphoria. Haven't seen it, but I just love her aesthetic. Anyway, so I was patrolling on Instagram while you were setting up, and I saw she had a still, and it was like this really cool, I'll show you the picture. So like this really cool kind of sci-fi looking moment, and really cool. And the caption says Dune. Have you ever seen Dune?
No.
Okay, that's.
But I know of it.
Yeah. So my parents were total nerds. Shout out, love you guys. But they love sci-fi. Like they watched Star Trek together. They watched Star Wars. I was raised on it. Like hell yeah. And there's this 1984 film called Dune, and it's an epic science fiction. Kyle MacLachlan, if you don't know who Kyle MacLachlan is, here, I'll show you a picture. He was in Blue Velvet, and he was in Showgirls, and he was on Sex and the City. I'm sure you'll recognize his face. Yeah. So it was his film debut. And what's it about? Like, I remember this being a big deal because my parents watched it all the time when I was a kid. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It was a cool, old-timey, like, it was a big 80s sci-fi film. It's cheesy and wonderful and doesn't make any sense. And they're redoing it, and it's supposed to come out at the end of this year. You know, pandemic. Right. We'll see what's up. But, oh, and it's got Timothée Chalamet. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so they're playing the two lead roles. I love that. Who else is in this? Oh my god. Rebecca Ferguson. Why does her face look familiar? We just watched that movie the other night. Life. Was it Life? With the Life on Mars
Something.
thing?
Yeah.
She was the doctor lady in it, and Oscar Isaac from Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Jason Momoa.
Who's that?
Girl, no. I don't think I need to explain who Jason Momoa is.
No, probably not.
And Stellan Skarsgård. That's such a Skarsgård.
All right.
I love that. I feel like it's cool that we're getting, like, even though being in the year 2020, this is not a shout out to 2020. It's not been the chillest so far. Ooh, I just bumped on my. Sorry. And, but like, we're getting to the point now where all those really classic, like, 80s films, when, like, films started to be, like, this really huge thing. Like, you think of all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and, like, I can't even begin to think of the awesome movies that came out in the 80s. But
there's some real cheese balls.
There's some real cheese balls. But now we're at a point where it's okay to remake those. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah? Say
like,
so.
we got to see A Star is Born for, like, the third time. And it was wonderful. Just gotta give it just that amount of time in between.
I remembered another topic that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
I don't dream often.
Oh my god.
But lately, I've been having dreams of getting an iPhone. And I'm convinced that Apple has developed dream advertising technology. And it upsets me.
They're just like, was it Leonardo DiCaprio? Because then you know it was like true.
No, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt was there.
I mean, I dream about Joseph Gordon-Levitt sometimes too, but you know.
He was handing me the iPhone.
It couldn't be that, you know, I have an iPhone that you see daily, or that we talk about phones, or maybe
That I sell phones.
yeah. I think it's perfectly normal. I don't think your Apple conspiracy theory will go far.
I don't think it's a conspiracy theory so much as truth.
Did you just eat the rest of the cookie?
No.
That was the part that was so full of the chocolate chips.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Mexican standoff. I'm gonna go get another cookie.
Can you say that?
What? Can I say that?
I don't
can't say that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so. We're woke.
We're woke, I promise. We're only woke because we're looking at the light.
Alright, well, while Megan goes and gets a cookie, I'm just going to drop in a message from our sponsors, from Apple. The new 11 Pro Max comes with 3 cameras. And yes, it looks like a fidget spinner, but that's okay because the pictures actually look pretty good. Buy it.
And it comes in midnight green.
And other colors.
So I'm going to get the midnight green, though. It's cute as heck.
Well, okay. I wanted that one, but...
We can have matching
We can't.
phones.
No.
Why not?
Nope.
Why can't we have matching phones? We have matching ponytails.
So I've been trying a ponytail. not doing a video podcast, but just still blowing up my spots. So. Anyway, I see it. I see how it goes.
What were we just talking about?
What?
What were we just talking about?
If anybody's listening, they know. I mean, it's not live, but...
Yeah, I was like, nobody's listening right now.
Well,
It's like our neighbor has a cup up to the wall. I'm just like, what's going on over there?
getting a scoop on the vanilla chill. Oh, speaking of vanilla chill.
Oh, yeah, why we're calling it that.
So, this podcast is brought to you by Vanilla Chill.
Yeah,
our
no,
other
we're actually
sponsor.
Tim Hortons. Because we're in Canada,
Eat her butt.
Except we're on the West Coast, so we don't have weird accents. Well, you might.
I'm from the middle. It's not a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal. The middle of Canada is not a big deal.
Alright, well that's not what I meant, but give me a hot water.
Tim Hortons.
Vanilla Chill. So, Tim Hortons has some summery drinks, and if you're in a colder part of the world, I apologize for me talking about this right now, but right now in my part of the world, it's pretty nice. And Tim Hortons has some summery drinks. They got a nice raspberry lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
The classic ice cap.
Oh, it's so good. That's what Canada tastes like.
The ice cap.
It's
there
cold.
are, yeah.
It somehow tastes like maple syrup, and to my knowledge, there is no maple syrup in
Zero.
an ice cap.
But what we're talking about is the creamy chills. So there's a chocolate creamy chill.
Which is really nice.
Totally.
It's a light chocolatey.
Totally. But that's not
moment.
what's sponsoring us.
No. It's a classic vanilla chill.
Vanilla chill.
Because
it works on a few levels.
For us. Specifically.
Specifically, yeah.
I'm
Because
still eating this cookie. I
we're
apologize.
fairly chill. And if you didn't already know by our names...
We're pretty white.
Yeah. So that's what...
I mean, we're pretty, but we're
Oh.
super duper white.
It's true. But yeah, so that's why Vanilla Chill works. And we had one. It was really good. It was delicious. We don't actually have a sponsorship, which is probably a disclaimer, but I wouldn't turn it down. I don't think. I wouldn't
I
argue.
feel like we're nice chill Canadians. I feel like it works. I feel like such a dingus now. I'm like hearing my voice. I'm like, do I have an accent? But I suppose to anybody who hears someone's voice from not where they are, it might be an accent. There's probably a better way
That
to
is
say that.
how accents work. That's how accents work.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. Speaking of accents, do you ever I've watched shows, I've binged TV shows, and then I pick up on the accent?
Oh. I have seen my dad do that while having a conversation with someone. So my grandmother was from England. Grew up there until she was, I don't know, I think it was early 20s. And then she moved here. But she always maintained the accent. And anytime he spoke to her for a long period of time, if they went off and talked about something for half an hour and came back, my dad would have a very slight English accent. Just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
All the time, because Kimberly's grandparents were from Germany, have very, very thick German accents. And same thing, he would do that anytime he talked to Fred or not. Any time.
Oh no.
Hilarious. And I don't know if he knows if he's doing it. I wonder if he listens to this. Hey, Dad, do you know that you're doing that?
Are you gonna eat that whole cookie? You're not
Yeah,
gonna
I
share
did.
any of the cookie?
No, I'm
Because
not.
I took that one bite.
It was all chocolate chips because I was very tired when I made those. And I did not distribute the chocolate chips evenly.
That's fair. When were those baked again?
At about midnight last night.
Midnight
Because
last
the
night.
last batch of cookies dinged at midnight. Because
Right,
that's when we
because
were
we
watching.
stayed up and watched Chris D'Elia's new special.
Yeah. Hilarious.
No pain. I know he could really use a shout out from us to give him some exposure, but no, it was hilarious. He's a very funny human being. He's a weird looking human being,
He
but he
kind of does that thing that Jim Carrey does with his face, that like
transforms it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the voices he does are a little ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. It's so good. I don't want to spoil it, but it's
I know.
pretty good.
I don't even want to like dishonor him by trying to do it. So I will
Also,
not do a good job.
I just figured out the last topic of the podcast, I think.
What is it?
And on a high note, I don't know if anybody has watched the best documentary to ever exist in the history of forever, because Netflix has just released gold. Pure, actual, physical gold that you can stream in high definition right now. Tiger King is an incredible piece of work. It's just when you think it can't get weirder or more insane. It does. It gets more insane.
Ooh,
Thoughts on Tiger King?
I have so many thoughts on Tiger King.
Spoilers, just so you know. Just spoiler alert.
I literally wouldn't know where to start. It is insanity. It's everything you would want from a trashy reality TV show. It's got drama, mama. It's got politics. It's got spoilers, murder. It's got tugs at the heartstrings sometimes. It's got everything.
It really does.
And it's real people. That's the messed up part of it.
Well, you can't make this up.
You couldn't make it up. It's so chaotic and intertwined and like fucked. It's messed up. It's
Well, and like, for example, the same human being is like giving a free Thanksgiving dinner and then also keeping two straight men around for meth or drug or whatever. Like,
you want to talk about picking up on an accent the whole time we watched that?
Carol Baskin, that bitch down in Florida.
I'll shoot you right between the eyes.
Oh man, no, and then Doc Antle, the cult leader.
How is he not being investigated? Like, I get why Joe's in jail. I get, like, I don't disagree with any of that.
No.
But what I don't understand is how Doc Antle
Walks a free man? Is a free man? Yeah, it's teenagers or interns, and it's just weird.
It's creepy. It's pedophilia. There's some shady shit going on over there. I'm sure most of it's not legal.
Well, and
it's
then
creepy.
Speaking of not legal, Carol Baskin doesn't pay anybody. They're all volunteers. I can't say Carol Baskin without saying it like that.
With the
Carol Baskin. It just sounds wrong.
No, it's Carol Baskin. She is as bad as the rest of them. And I think what?
Carol Baskin. Baskin killed Don Lewis and fed him to the tigers.
It was the sardine oil.
It was obviously the sardine oil. How did she know about that? Anyway.
No, she's as bad as the rest of them. They're all messed up.
Yeah.
It's a wild ride. If you don't like roller coasters, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. And on that note,
enjoy your quarantine, y'all.
happy quarantine. This has been Vanilla Chill.